Oh, there you are, YouTube. So, eating that leftover Indian food from yesterday, and it was very good. I heated it up. Bowl is so hot, I have to use like my t-shirt as a hot pad. Here, I'll just show it to you. So yeah, kind of eating it like this. You can see fingers there, holding Ren and Stimpy, watching as I consume. But it is so good. And it's a mixture of the chicken 49 and the fried chicken that they have. I got both of those, stacked them on top of each other, and just sort of stirred them up. It tastes amazing.
Yeah.
Pork barbecue tacos. That was just broiled with some onions. We got our tortillas warmed. Avocados on top. What's in this thing?
Sour cream,
Sour cream,
garlic,
garlic, water,
pepper,
salt and pepper,
oil.
oil, and got some onions up in vinegar. And it's all gonna go in the tortillas. There are those beautiful pork tacos. Actually, these are a little more beautiful. Mine aren't plated as well. My avocado's a little tore up, but it's gonna taste good. I'm needing a haircut really bad. I know I said I was going to wait till after quarantine to, get one, set up an appointment, but it's gonna be so busy. How am I gonna get in? It'll probably be a whole nother month before I can get in. So I think I might actually let my wife cut this because it is just way too hot to have a beard and this hair. And I mean, why am I even really, growing out? Who am I doing that for? So I think I may cut it. Also, that our leftover Indian food from our one of our local restaurants, so good. The following day, had that for lunch, as you saw. Also for dinner, we made pork tacos. Those were great as well. The onions, the pickled onions on top, that's what really makes them. I love way too many onions. I, if I'm ordering something with onions, I'll usually say, can you put on what you think are too many onions? That's what I want. Like that Seinfeld joke. Give me what will kill me and then just back it off a little bit. That's how I am with onions. Anyway, have you seen on the internet, I don't know, like Instagram, sort of like this 30-day music challenge where each day for 30 days you choose a song, or they give you a prompt to like choose a song that, means this, a song that makes you want to fall in love, your favorite song of all time, a song that you find spooky or something like that. I've seen one for movies as well, and I thought it was pretty interesting. So I think I might do some of those right now. I remember the first one was the first movie you ever remember seeing. Now it didn't say whether or not it should be the first movie you remember seeing ever or in a theater. So I'm going to go with in a theater because movies have sort of just always been around in my life. My parents never restricted movies. They, I think, wanted to watch the movies they wanted to watch, and they weren't going to let some kid get in the way of that. So I don't know, movies have always been on. But my first theater memory that I have, I mean, I could have gone younger and just don't remember, but the first one I have that I remember is Masters of the Universe, that Dolph Lundgren He-Man movie. That's my earliest recollection of going to a movie theater anyway. And I'm sure, my parents may have brought me in, while they went to go see a movie, and I'm some baby sleeping in their arms or something like that. But obviously I don't have any memory of that. So yeah, my first movie theater memory is going to Masters of the Universe. Another one of these prompts. Name a movie that starts with the first letter of your name. My name is Derek, so D. I'm going to go with Do the Right Thing. I had the chance to see a 25th anniversary screening of that movie at Roger Ebert's Film Festival, Ebertfest, and Spike Lee was there afterwards doing a Q&A, so that was a pretty cool thing to be there for. So yeah, I'm going to go with Do the Right Thing. The next one on that list was name a movie with more than 5 words in the title. So there are only so many movies you can, use for this one. But I'm going to go with The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. That's a mouthful. That movie has fantastic narration. I know when it comes to like movies, narration is a no-no, but in that movie, it is fantastic. And I think my favorite use of narration in any movie. I mean, I'm saying that off the top of my head. I know in that same year, a movie called Gone Baby Gone, who Casey Affleck is also in. And Casey Affleck kind of gives like a little narration at the beginning. I love that narration. There's a movie called Little Children, very tough watch, but that one has some great narration in it. That may have come out the same year too. I'll have to look into that. But anyway, The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Fantastic narration, fantastic movie, great visuals. It's one you should check out. One of my favorite Westerns, I would say. And the next prompt is a movie with a number in the title. And I have to go with Apollo 13 because that movie is in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. I just love Tom Hanks, for one, but also growing up, my dad would always tell me about, he kind of grew up in that time, like he was a kid, elementary school age, during the space race, getting to the moon, all of that. Like he was 9, I think, when they landed on the moon, so he was kind of this perfect age to just, exist in this world as a kid, seeing all these people go out into outer space. So it was pretty cool seeing a movie sort of telling the story of all these stories my dad would tell me as a kid. Like he would show me the movie The Right Stuff also. That's one of his favorite movies. So it was kind of cool to see Apollo 13. Just kind of reminded me of, all my dad's stories that he would talk about from when he was a kid. Watching, astronauts go into space. And the last prompt was a movie where a character has a job that you would want. So the job I have is kind of the job I want in some ways. So I'm gonna pick like a different job that I wouldn't mind having. And that comes from the movie Love Actually. Mark is the character's name, but Andrew Lincoln is the actor who plays him. Andrew Lincoln probably from Walking Dead. But anyway, he like runs an art gallery, so that would be a job I think would be a lot of fun. Like curating things like that for an art gallery. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Love Actually because of Andrew Lincoln's character, even though he's not a main character. There is no main character in that movie. He's a character in it. But anyway, I think I might do more of these as days go on, like 5 of them or something like that, just to make it kind of go quicker. And I will maybe see you tomorrow for more Hangout.